Okay, alright, so I'm not used to making these types of videos where I'm just here and I'm talking to the camera, but for this channel, but I'm gonna do it anyway because I've had some friends and some people tell me that I need to make a video or so stuff that I'm saying people need to hear. So when they're right. So um we were doing the Bible study last night, and we were talking about, I don't know what we were talking about. We have some members in the group, you know, and I don't care, if you're someone in the group and you're watching this, and if something I say you don't like, I can't, I don't know what to tell you. I'm just gonna start speaking the truth. If you don't like it, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, because too many people do that nowadays, and now we have all these weak Christians everywhere. But yeah, so this video is just for me to kind of rant about stuff that's been going on that I've been seeing with people in my life personally, on the group, online, other people that are outside of these things, but on games or other online friends. I see a consistency with something with people, a few things, two different things that I see with people. They have two very distinct problems. They either have issues in the world and they try to suppress those issues with things in the world, or they have no sense of urgency for following Christ. So I'm gonna make you understand something. And again, I come just down here with a water bottle and whatever. I don't have any notebook, no verses. So if I think of a verse, it'll hopefully come to mind. I'm just saying that before anyone's thinking that this is scripted. Nope. Hit record button, came down here in the basement because it's cooler, like lower temperature. And that's basically that. So, like I was saying, I've had some people, not going to name any names obviously, but, I should probably just get right to the point. Here's the thing. If you claim to follow God and you have no sense of urgency for following Christ whatsoever, or you put him below, you're not following Christ. Again, the stuff I'm going to say in this video, you're not going to like. That's just the way it is. And it's not going to come off that great, but I have to speak like this because it's like it frustrates me. And I'm not frustrated at the viewer, I'm just frustrated at the things that I see. Satan deceives the people that I know, and it's getting to be a problem, right? If you claim to be a Christian, okay, and I want to make this extremely distinct, you cannot call yourself a Christian and not read the Bible, okay? You can't, okay? You have to, if you want to be a Christian, you need to read the Bible. You need to read it often, not once a year, right? I don't know how many times you should read it, but you should at least read it daily. Why? Because there's a verse that says, when Jesus says, take up your cross, or bear your own cross and follow me daily, right? So obviously daily we're supposed to do something. That means people should be reading the Word. So for people that are in my group, or just people in general, if you call yourself a Christian, which I will get into that in a second, you should be careful with what you claim, right? And I'm a follower of Christ myself. I'm getting there. I'm not all there yet. I'm being made holy with the progress I'm making in Christ. Am I a Christian fully? No. But I'm getting there, right? I'm on that path. So take that with a grain of salt. But there's people in our group, I've had, with this server I've been doing, I had like at least 10 people in there. And I had to evict 3 of them recently because they don't do anything. They're whatever. They have no sense of urgency. They don't care about God. And I want to make that clear. People put things above God like they don't care. Oh, well, this is more important than God. No, it's not. I'm going to drill this into your head. If you think anything is more important than God, so be it. Your health, your house, your marriage, anything. That is not true. It is, you cannot, God must be number 1 and first in your life. If he is not, then he's nowhere. Right? This is not a ranking system. This is not, well, God's number 2. No, if God's not at the top, he's not anywhere at all. Right? And this, again, I see this so much with people in my family and everywhere else. And I'm not mad, but I want to make it sternly clear. You gotta follow God with both feet. You can't have one foot going to the path to hell, the other foot going to the path to heaven. It doesn't work. All right? We have 2 feet to walk one direction, not 2. That's why we have 2 feet and not 4 and 8 legs. All right? We're designed to walk one way, one direction. Use both feet and follow God, right? You can't say, oh, I'm a Christian, I love God. No, you don't. You don't read the Bible daily. You don't pray. You don't do it. How can you be a Christian? That doesn't make any sense. That's like saying, hey, I'm a mountain biker, but I don't ever ride my mountain bike. Hey, I'm a road biker. I don't ever ride my road bike. It just sits here. Then I'm not a road biker. If I ride my bike once a year, then how can I say I'm a road biker? I'm not. Because that implies that I do that often as an activity, right? But if I don't, then I'm not a road biker. That's like saying I'm a chemistry teacher, but all I do is Google chemistry and I just tell my friend about it. That's not anything, right? Be careful what you claim to be. You cannot be a Christian and not read the Bible. You can't be. This is another thing that just drives me nuts. There's people that excuse church for their Christian life, right? So there's people that say, "Oh, I read the Bible at church." That means nothing. You got to read the Bible on your own time. God is not concerned about your church attendance and what you're doing over there. If people are reading the Bible to you like a little bedtime story, that's not going to help you. You got to bring time out of your own day, out of your own whatever, and read the Bible. You got to take time out of your day and say, you know what? I will, instead of doing what I want to do, I will instead read the Bible and do that instead or first. So let's say I want to work on this bike right here. Instead of working on the bike, then reading the Bible, I should say I'm going to read the Bible. Or instead of saying I'm going to do this and read the Bible tomorrow, no, I will read the Bible, and then when I am free, then I will do something else. Right? Bible says glorify God in all that you do. Right? So you can't. I got to make that distinctly clear. It's irritating. Well, I read the Bible. Yeah, once a week. Here's the thing, if you're not letting God into your day first, you're letting something else in, right? I was telling my group this last night. This is a huge thing people need to hear. It's like everything works by a legal right. For example, if you watch adult content, you're going to let lustful demons in. It's an open door. You're basically saying, okay, come on in. That's spiritual weight. When you watch stuff and it makes you feel certain things, right? If you watch horror movies, it makes you feel fear. And whatever it does, that's for a reason. Why do you think people are attracted to horror movies? Why do you think there's people attracted to gore? Because there's spiritual weight behind it. Like, here's the thing. Oh man, there's so many things, bro. I can't get it all at once. Ignore what, hold on. Put that on hold. Imagine there's a girl. She's gorgeous on the outside. Gorgeous. You look at her, gorgeous. But on the inside, she's evil. On the inside, sexual immorality. On the inside, a murderer in the heart. But you look at the outside, wow, that girl's pretty. Not on the inside. So likewise, with the things that you do, right? You look at this movie, you look at this thing, and you say, oh, that's just a harmless movie. No, look inward to the inside. What is this movie really showing me? What is the spiritual weight behind this movie? What's the spiritual weight behind this woman? Is that woman good for me or bad for me? Right? She judges people in her heart. She makes fun of people in her free time. Oh, I'm better than, look at that girl, look at her jeans, blah, blah, blah. That's why. That's not, you can't look at the outside and then judge the inside. You have to see the inside. You'll know them by their fruits. Likewise, when you go to watch a horror movie, why would you do that? It's not good for you. People say, oh, it doesn't do anything. Why? There's a weight behind it. There's something there. You can't sit there and justify it. You can't justify sin. If Jesus wouldn't be watching it, then why are you watching it? Right? And the thing is, it's like there's weight behind it. I used to do the same thing. I used to watch scary paranormal stuff. And then you know what? I'd be afraid of the dark for like a week. And don't deny it. Everyone's can vouch for this. I go in the comment section, people are like, "Oh, now I'm afraid to be in my room at night. I had to sleep with the light on." Why do you think that is? It's not because we're scaredy cats. It's because we get spirits of fear implanted in us because we basically let demons in. This is true. This is literally how it works. It's a legal right. Because here's the thing: the demons and Satan dwell in us, or not in us. They dwell in the earth with us. That's what I meant to say. So we're neighbors to them in this planet. We live with them. Spiritually, they're here, and physically, we're here. Right? The demons and Satan can only harass us with God's permission. And then people are going to say, well, then God's evil. Okay, well, hold on. No, he's not. They're already doomed from day one. The reason why God hasn't put them in hell yet is because he's so merciful and loving that he says, here, I'll let you have some time here. Only you can harm that person if they let you. So Satan and the demons, they can only hurt you if you let them. So if you're getting sleep paralysis, you're dealing with black figures in your dreams, guess where that comes from? It comes from horror movies. It comes from paranormal videos. No, it doesn't. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It's not a coincidence. I had the same thing. I was watching paranormal stuff, and it wasn't even right away. It would be like some weeks later, and I'm getting all these nightmares, and these weird like black figures are in my house chasing me out the door. I'm like, what the heck is this from? Because you're inviting something in. So likewise, God says, okay, when he tells whatever, because in James 2, I forgot the verse, something, it says, yeah, I mean, the demons even believe in God. They believe in all that, but they shudder. They're scared of him because God has more power. He tells the demons, he says, look, you guys can harass humans only if they let you. So if you're watching horror movies, then that's basically saying, okay, demon, you can come harass me. Come haunt me in my dreams. Come scare me at night. Come invite me into my house. Start appearing and manifesting in my house. I let you do it because I watch horror movies. You're letting them in when you do that. That's why we use the term open and closed doors in the Bible. That's why it refers to that. Close the doors, cut off sin, because sin allows impure spirits to reign in your life. And it's very true. Oh, well, that's crazy. A demon, blah, blah, blah. If you get intrusive thoughts, sexual thoughts, evil thoughts, you look at someone and say, wow, I wish I could kill that guy. Just random intrusive thoughts. You're eating dinner and you're thinking about man, what if I stab the neighbor randomly? Guess what? That's not you thinking. That's someone else thinking for you. It's demonic. When you have dreams and you think about things chasing you and scary things, or one I used to get was animals chasing me. Yeah, because that was a fear I had. That was a spirit of fear. So I had these impure spirits harassing me in the night. I've had sexual ones too. Don't even get me started on that. I've had them all. I've dealt with it all. So I'm telling you from experience, right? So if this is the case, then you guys got to stop. Stop watching horror movies. Stop watching things that aren't good for you, okay? Because you're letting things in. And they're not always going to leave right away. You can pray about deliverance all you want. Sometimes you need someone to deliver them for you. And if you're a pastor that doesn't know how to do deliverance, I don't know what to tell you. It's all over the Bible. The disciples did it. Jesus did it. They cast demons out of people. If you can't do that or don't know how or don't want to, then how are you a church leader? How? If someone comes up to you, please pray for me and deliver me from this. I get these thoughts. I get these things. I watched adult content and I got these dreams I don't want. Help me do something. If you're a pastor or a priest or whatever and you don't know how to help them and you're just standing there and say, oh, I don't know, don't worry, buddy, you're fine. No, pray for them. That's a sign from God saying, hey, do something. I'm putting you here right now to work through you. Do it. I can go on and on and on about all these little alleyways. But that's the thing. If you watch horror movies, do whatever, just stop justifying it. I don't care if you say, oh, they're not scary. I don't care. I don't care if you think they're scary or not. They have a spiritual weight to them, and it's a legal right when God says, yeah, I mean, if the humans let you guys terrorize them, then I can't stop it. Likewise, God and Jesus they don't invade our lives. That's why we have to call on Jesus' name and say, Lord, help me. I want you. I need you. We pray to him. We seek him. Why do you think we have to do that? Because he doesn't invade our personal space. Nor do the demons. They can't do it either. Demons, Satan, they can't do it either. Yeah, they can maybe annoy you. They can't do it either though. Only if you let them, and same with Jesus. Only if you let Jesus in, he ain't going to help you. That's why he says, come to me, blessed, come to me those who mourn. Come to me all who labor. I will give you rest. Why do you think he says that? Come to me. He doesn't say, oh yeah, just whatever, I'll do it. No, he says, come to me. Show him that you need him. Allow him in. Legal right. Allow him in. Evict the demons. Let Jesus in. You know? That was just my first little thing. And if you're someone that has no urgency and you're like, oh, that's not a big deal. I read the Bible once a week. I'm fine. Or you might say, I'm busy. Okay, you're busy. Maybe you got school. Maybe you got a job. Okay? Yeah, guess what? I get busy too. I make music. I work a job. I have all the million things going on. Fixing stuff like this bike behind me. And you know what I still do? I get up earlier to pray to God the first thing I do. I read the Bible, sometimes before eating breakfast, right? I try to do it before eating breakfast, but sometimes I, mishap. I read the Bible again at night. I run a Bible study daily. People are like, oh, you do a Bible study daily? That's so weird. And people are like, oh, daily? I mean, I do my week. Yeah, we do, because we love each other and we want to hang out with each other and we want to read the Bible. We love each other. We love God. So yeah, sorry, it's a little too weird. We read the Bible daily, and you're all invited too. You know, they read the Bible every day. That's so. I know. It's almost like we're trying to follow Christ. Quite the coincidence, isn't it? It baffles me, bro. People are just so foreign to this. And then I saw a video online, right? And in the video, this guy was going up to people on the street, asking if they follow Christ or something. Everyone said no. And you know what the comments said? I looked in the comments of the video. They're like, wow, I never seen so many people not like Christ before. It's like, where have you been? What rock are you living under? It's like no one likes Christ. I said, to find a Christ follower is like looking through a needle in a haystack. You can't. It's the chance. Well, that's not true. I come across people all the time. They say I'm a Christian. You don't know that. Bible says you'll know them by their fruits. You should be able to tell them that they're a Christian without them telling you. That's how it should be. Not, oh, well, that guy said he's a Christian. No, actually, I should look at you and say that guy must be a Christian because he loves people. He loves God. He talks about God all the time. Oh, dang, that guy must like God. Well, gee, I wonder why. Because he reads the Bible. He likes God. Of course he's going to talk about it. When you love someone, you're going to talk about them. I get that too. I get that a lot too. People will be like, oh, yeah, you know that guy in this department? He's talking about God all the time. I'm like, yeah, maybe it's because he follows God and he actually cares. Like, what? People are so, it's foreign to them. I don't know how else to describe it. They think it's weird. Oh, you read the Bible? You really, you would give your life to Christ? You don't even know if that guy exists. Actually, I do, because I reached out to him and he actually showed me he exists. He didn't need to show me, visibly and tangibly. He showed me he existed by love. When he turned my life around, I went from wanting to kill myself to wanting to live for him. I said, you know what? Instead of dying for me because I hate the world, I'll die for you instead. Oh, I don't believe. Okay, you don't believe that? Then goodbye. I don't know what to tell you. God's not real. God's not real. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. All right. That's all right. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. Then go your own way. I can't. I'm not going to say anything to that besides you know what to do. You know what's on the line, right? But I don't know, man. I don't know. Crazy stuff. Am I right? Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Some of the people in my group, again, I'm going to speak to you guys a little bit. Sometimes I've been running this study, and this also for people that might be interested. If you watch this video, you're like, oh, I want to do this Bible study daily. It sounds pretty cool. Okay, well, let me give you a forewarning. We do it every day at a fixed time, and it's usually at night because that's the only time everyone's around. It's like, look, and again, if you're people in the group, hear me right now. Pay attention right now. If you're not going to be there on time, I've said this before, if you will not be at the study at that time, that's fine. Tell me. Because when 9:30 hits and I'm sitting there waiting in the chat or the voice chat, And I'm sitting there, thinking, oh, well, maybe they'll join in the next 5 minutes. If you're going to be late or you're not going to be there, and I said it before, burp, exhale, tell me. Tell me. DM me. General chat. I don't care. Tell me. Hey, Moosey, I will be 10 minutes late today. I will see you at 9:40. Okay, so-and-so, I will wait 10 minutes for you because you told me. Moosey, I won't be able to make it today. I am out of town, or my mom or someone, I won't be able to be there. That's perfectly fine. Now I can start on time instead of making all the other people wait. Now I can start on time, right? Because what I'm going to do, I'm just going to, 9:30, I'm reading, with or without you. So you better be there. Or you better tell me that you're going to be late. Then I'll wait for you. Oh, but I got more important stuff going on. No, you don't. I guarantee you don't. If someone's not dying, if your house is not on fire, or some emergency isn't happening, whatever, if it's homework, it can wait. Oh, but I just have to finish, it can wait. But I'm on the phone with my friend and we're just talking about the Yankees. It can wait. It can wait. Just saying. Ignore me. Ignore the group. Ignore the people in the group. We read the Bible. We focus on the Bible. If you can't be there for the Bible, then you're hurting yourself, not anyone else. Because you're basically telling God, hey, sorry, God, I wasn't available to read your word when my friends were going to because I had to do whatever. I had to do this other thing. Or I was doing this thing. Again, if you're going to be late, oh, I'm not home yet, I'm at the store, or whatever, I'll be back in like 30, fine, we can wait for you. If it's in a reasonable time stamp, we will wait for you. But if it's something where, if it can wait until the next day, or if it can wait for to the next hour, if it's something that can wait. If you make time for God, He will make time for you. Again, ignore me, ignore the server, ignore whatever. We go in this voice chat, we read the Bible. Okay, we read the Bible. That's the aim of the game here. So when you're not there, you're missing the Bible, not us. I bring no value to you. Neither does anyone else. The Bible brings value to you. If you don't want to make time for the Bible, then you don't really care. Because what that tells me is okay, I don't even know if that person even reads the Bible. Because if they can't make 30 minutes out of their days to read the Word of God, then how do I know that they're doing it in the morning or in the afternoon? Right? Because think about it. We don't do the call in the morning. We don't do the calls in the afternoon. Why? Because everyone's busy. No one's around. Got people at school. We got people blah, blah, blah. We have to do it at night. So I don't know what the heck people are doing at 9:30 p.m. at night that you're not there at 9:30. If you don't prioritize God, He ain't going to prioritize you. That's how it works. You know? God offers mercy and salvation and love to those that want it. We don't have to earn this. We don't have to earn heaven. We don't have to earn salvation. It's already there. But you have to want it. You can't sit there and say, I love Jesus, and then you don't. And then you just do whatever. Your actions will prove it. Read James 2. I just read it this morning. It talks about faith and deeds. They go hand in hand. You know? In fact, I came up with a pretty good analogy, right? Again, you can use the 2 legs. God gave us 2 legs. You can use one foot for faith and the other foot for deeds. When you walk, they go hand in hand. They come together, right? You need both feet to walk. So when you have one faith and one deeds, you can have actual faith. You have good faith. You have fruit. You follow God. You love God. It all shows. It all works together. If you want to cook something, you need all the ingredients, right? You can't cook bacon and eggs without bacon. You can't eat cereal without the milk. I mean, you can, but who wants to do that? Who wants to eat dry cereal? Who wants to have faith and no deeds? Don't you want to add the milk and have both? Don't you want to have the bacon and have both? Right? So why are we serving God crappy meals? Why are we giving God garbage? Oh, hey, God, here's some dry cereal. He's like, where's the milk? He's like, you pour that for yourself, but where's the milk for me? You can eat cereal with milk for you all day, but what about me? Oh, but you can have bacon and eggs for you, but what about the Creator? You can't have faith and deeds with you can't do that for Him? Because when it comes to humans, when it comes to the things that you want, you will make it happen. You will cross the bridge for the things you want. You will do whatever it takes. But when it comes to God, it's always, you're going to hop on one foot to get there. No, walk with both feet. You know? Give Him the faith and the deeds. Finish the meal. Finish the thing. Make it complete. Don't give God incomplete works and incomplete faith. That's not nice to Him. It's not fair. He created you for no reason. You deserve hell, but He's saying, okay, you can still live for a period of time. Follow me. We don't need to be here. God could have ended the world 1,000 years ago. We wouldn't even be here anymore, or we'd be in hell. The least you could do is give your life to Him, right? We don't deserve God. We deserve hell. That's the truth. Because we're all evil people, right? So don't repay evil with evil. Right? We owe God our life. That's the truth. Simple. So if we owe God our life and you can't even give Him 15 minutes of your day to read the Bible, well, I'm just saying, I ain't trying to condemn. I'm just saying. You're not going to like what I'm saying. I'm being serious. You're not going to like it. I'm just telling you. I don't know what else to tell you, you know? You're judging by the fruits. When someone says they're Christian, let it be coming in one ear and out the other. Because they could betray you later, only if you believe it. What I mean by that is lukewarm. Oh, but that's my Christian friend. 1 month later, when that Christian friend steals from you. Oh, but I thought he's a good guy. He said he was Christian. No. Judge them by their fruits. Don't pay attention to their words. For even Satan can deceive with words, but his fruits say otherwise. His fruits are bitter and make you vomit, but his words, they can lure you to anything. So be careful. Be careful. Judge, tread lightly. Look inward, like with the girl analogy, right? Oh, that girl's so hot, and not hot on the inside. In fact, she's actually pretty cold on the inside. Yeah. So look inwardly to things, not outwardly. Same could be for this bike. I mean, I don't know. I can't make it any simpler. We have a ceiling fan and a bike right here. I can do same analogy, same way. This bike looks beautiful. Great. But one piece is missing. Let's say there's no chain, or the brakes. This brake is like, let's say this is disengaged. Simple as that. Brakes doesn't work. Bike looks beautiful. Nice and clean. Brand new. Someone disengaged the brakes. They popped the brakes off. No, you didn't see it though. You were distracted by the beauty. You didn't see the ugliness on the inside. So look carefully. Judge it by the fruit. You say, wait a minute. This bike looks good, but it isn't good. The brakes are disengaged. Or the brakes are broken, or whatever. Whatever. Oh, this cable's not right. The derailleur doesn't work. Judge carefully. Oh, that ceiling fan. Oh, that's brand new. It's gorgeous, polished. But on the inside, the windings are loose, and it's going to overheat and could cause a fire. You know that, right? You felt the fan. Wow, that fan's really hot. That seems unusual, but no, it's fine. It's beautiful. It's clean, right? Careful. Look first to the inside, then judge the outside. Oh, you're just speaking garbage. That's not anything. It's biblical. Jesus did the same thing with the Pharisees. He said, on the outside, you guys look all holy. You look like this, you look like that, but on the inside, you're full of greed and hatred. He called them a brood of vipers and a synagogue of Satan. But he says, on the outside, you guys look holy, you're dressed well, all these things, but on the inside, it's undespicable. So yeah, just saying. I'm just saying, you know. So if you don't like what I said, then that means I probably said something that's true. And if whatever, we can debate about it in the comments. If you're interested in joining my server, tell me in the comments. I'm not putting links anywhere because then I get a bunch of trolls that join and they're going to just be like, hey, don't want that. If you want to join my server, you want to join the Bible studies every day at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Not 9:45, not 10 o'clock, not 11 o'clock, 9:30 EST. If you're going to be there, you're ready to be there, or if not, you can tell me and say whatever. That's fine. Great. Burp, exhale. I'll see you there. And that's basically that video. I have nothing else to say. I'm done yapping. 30 minutes went by. That's basically that. Yeah.